Uganda is often described as one of Africa's main refugee destinations, hosting over 1.6 million refugees from South Sudan, the DRC, Somalia, Ethiopia, name it, providing an open border policy for displaced families. But in December 2025, the government made a sharp turn. Uganda announced that it will no longer be giving refugee status to Ethiopians, Somalians, and Eritreans, simply saying that the money has run out. So what's actually going on? Because this shift didn't come out of nowhere. It grew out of a collapse in international funding, a crisis that the UN has warned about for years. Because Uganda's refugee system has for long been heavily donor dependent. In some service areas and during some years, external funding covered majority of these expenses. And now, overall funding has fallen sharply. Severe funding shortfalls forced the World Food Programme to prioritize aid, sharply reduce assistance between 2024 and 2025. And many refugee households only received 30% of their previous food needs. In settlements like Bidibidi and Nachivale, students dropped out of school, malnutrition rose, and the pressure on local communities soared. As East African conflicts intensified, arrivals rose as resources shrank, and Uganda had to choose between its humanitarian image and a refugee system near collapse. So Uganda decided to break the pedal. But the consequences don't stop at Uganda's border. For the Horn of Africa, this decision means that thousands could remain stranded. Humanitarian groups, on the other hand, warn of new displacement routes, higher smuggling risks, and political frictions, with neighbors whose citizens are now blocked. And Uganda's move raises an even bigger question. If one of Africa's most generous refugee hosts can no longer cope, what happens when the next crisis hits and there's no model country left to absorb the shock?